welcome you all here for our another session, which is going to be very fruitful. I hope you all guys have been waiting for that. And for me, it is here Khoja Suhaib, who is going to talk about communal India and the Hijab Row that has changed India. So let's know from him that what he feels about it, how India has changed into communal India. And sir, the stage is all yours. Hoping for your best commenters. Please, let's have it.
Thank you, Gayoor sir, for introducing me. And first of all, to the audience, Assalamu alaikum to everyone. I hope everyone is having a blessed day and everybody is well. And everybody knows that we have gathered here today to learn something new and I have been given this wonderful opportunity to speak on the topic of the ever-growing communal atmosphere of our country and the recent controversy of Hijab Row. Let me inform all of you that I am open to every question and any information that you, the audience, may want to add to the debate. Thank you very much. So I would like to start by saying that how our atmosphere has changed in the recent years. When I was a student, and that was not very long ago, just 2 to 3 years ago, the students were always concerned, worried about what we are going to have in our lunch. But today the atmosphere has changed so much, our community has degraded, the roots of hatred have spread so much in our community that even students are getting on streets, giving hate speeches and derailed from their duties. In this context, I would like to say that in Karnataka recently, as everybody knows, that some university and colleges, only some universities and colleges and schools started banning students to wear hijab inside the premises. On the basis that it disturbs the public order, which is not very true, because if we start by going into our history of our country, let's start by saying that even before the independence of our country, even before our country formed, India has always been a country where many religions were present, many cultures were present. We have always been diverse, even before the formation of our country. And even after the formation of our country, the Constitution has clearly said in Article 25(1), if I may be precise, that every citizen of our country is free to exercise practice their and propagate their religion, but under certain restrictions. And the restrictions are that the practices may not disturb public order, it may not be immoral, it may not be indecent. But I think everybody here agrees that wearing hijab does not disturb any public order, and if anything, it's not at all indecent. In fact, it promotes decency and morality. So let's get further into this topic. Let's first have two sides on this topic. Is wearing hijab good or bad? The people who are supporting hijab have a strong argument. They say that hijab is an integral part of our religion and it cannot be abrogated so easily. Wearing hijab does not promote indecency or does not disturb public order. And even if it does, then why has this law been promoted so suddenly? The same girls were going to their schools and their universities just a day earlier, and the next day they are being told that hijab is against their uniform code and it is disturbing the public order. And on the other side, that are opposing the wearing of hijabs inside schools and universities, they say that they are ambassadors of women empowerment. They say that if the Muslim girls are being forced to wear hijabs, and they should be empowered, they should be given a choice to not wear hijab. So both of these arguments are very sound. Women empowerment is truly a problem in our country right now. If we look at Rajasthan, there is a tradition of wearing gungat in Rajasthan, but gungat is a practice that does not empower women. It's being forcefully implied on them. The Ghungat, the idea behind Ghungat is that women should not go out in public without covering in their faces, and it has been forced by the male population of the Rajasthan, and it's not at all their choice. But in the Islamic religion, we say that hijab is a choice in India. Everybody is not forced to wear this. Whoever has a choice to wear hijab can wear it. Whoever does not have the choice, does not want to wear hijab, she has the choice to not wear hijab. And the same people that are chanting slogans of women empowerment are the same people that were in the recent viral video were cornering a single girl who was wearing a hijab and chanting slogans at her in saffron, and they were wearing saffron colored clothes. Is this women empowerment? The same people who say we are ambassadors of women empowerment are the same guys that are cornering a non-adult, a young girl in a corner who has just come for his education, and they are saying that we are empowering our women. Now, this is a very deep topic. We cannot just on it. There is a legal angle and a political angle. The legal angle is that our constitution has clearly said everybody has the right to practice their religion freely, but under some restrictions, and those restrictions do not interfere in the wearing of hijab. And the other is the political angle, where this hijab controversy is being used as a political tool to gain the vote bank and gain support of certain groups of the community. Now, what's the reason for, what I think is the reason for making this such a huge controversy? I think the people that have made this into such a huge deal, they are trying to put curtains around what is actually happening in our country. Our country is currently dealing with unemployment. Our country is dealing with reduction in our economy. Even the GDP, even the per capita GDP of Bangladesh has passed India. Those are the real topics that we should be talking about and should be put forth before the people of the country. But the political parties are trying to hide that by diverting our attention to these petty topics that are completely baseless and they have suddenly aroused these topics.
What happened to them? So then they will think about the employment, I think, and still they are doing their best.
To tackle that question, I would like to say that yes, truly, the recent pandemic has been a disaster, and it has given a huge blow to our economy, and also unemployment has increased as a result of that. We cannot completely blame the government. But I would like to quote you. You said that the government has done enough. I would like to, though you are right, the government has done enough to try to cover their where they have lacked. But on a whole, I would like to say a government can never do enough. People are continuously are in need of continuous employment. People need health care. People need help in other sectors. But and I also support that government has done good things. Just like you said, one of in the Amarnath Shrine also helps people in their religious sectors. India government provides funds to them to go to their religious pilgrimages, not just for Hindus. I mean, I say every religious group. The Indian government gives funds to people to send Muslims on Hajj pilgrimage every year, almost free of cost. But what I am saying is that a good just does not justify a wrong. They have done good in terms of secularism, in terms of development, but that does not mean that can justify what they are doing in other states or in other problems. The recent what our main topic was about the Hijab Row, that's completely against the law, against secularism. They cannot do these things and get away with that. And I think people are waking up to that. Though we appreciate and accept that they have kept things running comparatively smoothly in the recent disaster, but this does not justify that they can pass these illegal laws and try to divide the country.
Mr. Suhaib and Mr. Gayoor, you mentioned that in other countries there is hard secularism, but in reality they are treating all religions equal. But in India, they are highly targeting Muslims. Why first hijab? Why not pagdi? Why first hijab? Why not red scarf? Why first hijab? Why not gungar? They are actually targeting Muslims. What type of soft secularism it is?
You were saying that why hijab, why not pagdi, why Muslims are being targeted first, why not other religions? I would like to say that, and you said they are targeting, and I don't think we completely grasp the idea of they. I believe not everyone in India, with a population of more than 100 crore, I don't think everyone in India is non-secular, Islamophobic or other phobic for other religions. I believe it's just a small sector that is highlighting itself to promote their separatist ideology. And you answered your question yourself. You said why hijab, why not pagdi? And that's an answer in itself. People are realizing it. They are targeting Muslims on hijabs. They can target Sikhs on pagdis. They can target Hindus on. The Mangal Sutra. They can target other parts of the other religions. The Christians won't be allowed to wear their cross. That's very religious to them. The Sikhs never put down their turban. They will not be allowed inside institutions without with their turbans. So everybody is realizing that this is unconstitutional. This is completely illegal. That's why people are speaking against it. That's been my point from the beginning. Though this was a problem that should not have risen, but people did not accept this. That's why I'm saying India is secular, because people are slowly becoming awake about what some people, some separatists are trying to do to our country, and they are highlighting these problems so people will only see the bad side of the things. And also in the last time it was a debate here that how social media influences our ideology, and I also said in that debate that social media is a very dangerous tool. It polarizes people. For example, you think that whatever is in your feed, whatever you are seeing in your feed, you are thinking that the other person is seeing the same things, and you want him to have the same idea that you have about a problem. And that's not true. Maybe somebody likes to follow models or something else. He will have no idea about what's happening in the country right now. And you are following news channels, you are following political leaders, then you will think it's a much larger problem, and others will think that it's not such a huge deal. That's why we cannot expect everyone to abruptly rise against something and nullify the problem. These problems resolve themselves slowly. And it has not been made a permanent law that hijab will not be allowed inside in schools and colleges. And even the CM of Karnataka holded the law and declared a 3 days public holiday and tried to solve that as much as he could. And right now I think the flames have died down, and the girls that were protesting are again going to schools. So we should not try to elongate these, we should try not try to stretch these problems, and we should see the good side of things, that people spoke against it and people have an idea what living in a secular country is like.
Being a secular country, I may say that they had done enough. Being here a Muslim, whether you are a Hindu, whether you are a Sikh, they are done enough. Look, once you are in a school, you are not Muslim, you are not Hindu, you are not Christian, you are not Jew, you are not Hindu, you are not Sikh, you are not, I may say, bandits or whatever, but you are a student. And schools have some norms. They have given you uniform, you have to wear that. They have given, and look, secularism had nothing to do with that. A girl who was cornered by the hundreds or 200 men, and she is still being rewarded. She was being, facilitated with some of the cash prizes, with some of the medals, with some of the, she was given the title of Sherni. So that is what secularism is. And had that not been the secularism, then she would have been treated like what happened to Dr. Afia Siddiqui, sorry, in America, what America had done to her. So same would have been happened with what's her name, Muska. That is what secularism is. She has been rewarded, she has been facilitated, she has been viral. So that is what secularism is all about. And at last, I thank you all being here, listening us passionately. And it was just for the academic. We were not involved in any political activity. We are not involved in any to provoke someone here. But it was just for some academic sessions. So thank you all for being here.
And thank you to all our audience that are present here and or that will be watching this online. Thank you for joining with us. And as Gayoor sir said, these were our own beliefs, and we were tackling some questions. There was no political side to this debate whatsoever. Thank you.